to another article in real estate. Let's dig right into this one. Ooh, not looking good. Elderly Florida woman becomes fugitive over HOA violations and unpaid fines. What can you learn from her case? Well, she definitely looks unhappy and she's on the run, supposedly. So, the term fugitive typically conjures images of bank robbers or violent criminals fleeing across state lines. It rarely brings to mind a homeowner involved in a dispute over property rules. Yet for Ying Pang, a homeowner in Pasco County, Florida, this dramatic label has become a reality. Pang claims she is currently in hiding in another state, fearful of returning to her home after a civil conflict with her HOA escalated into an active arrest warrant. Wow, what happened? Anyways, Pang's situation serves as a stark warning to millions of Americans living in community associations. A fight over complying with rules of your own HOA can spiral into civil sanctions, including jail time if you ignore court orders. So you got to be careful. Some of these HOAs, they're like dictators. Now, before you start plotting a coup against the officers of your HOA, it's important to understand that Pang's arrest warrant wasn't issued because she violated HOA rules. In the available public record, no one has been sent to jail simply for having the wrong landscaping or failing to take the trash bins in by 10 a.m. Okay, well, in her case, we have to look at, but it is where this story begins. The conflict between Pang and her HOA started when the Association for Beacon Woods Community in Hudson, Florida, cited Pang with multiple violations, many of them related to issues with tenants who didn't keep up her property. Fines and notices allegedly went unresolved, and the HOA filed a lawsuit to enforce a compliance, which I can see happening. If this is part of your community, you have to comply with the rules. So eventually, the two sides reached a settlement. Pang was to pay over $6,000 to cover her outstanding fines and attorney fees. She had to complete a fact information sheet, which is standard, and it's a legal document used to gather financial data, which we had to do that before, from a debtor to ensure they can pay what is owed. Pang failed to complete the paperwork or appear as ordered. So this is the reason why there's been more problems with her. If she would have just complied and agreed to this, things could have been her way. But Pang, in her face, you could see there's a lot of fear. Maybe she didn't understand what was going on. Pang refused, fearing that the HOA would do with her what would they do with their personal information? They have absolute power. They control everything, she said. Unfortunately, in the eyes of the law, willfully obeying a judge is considered contempt of court, and in Pang's case, the judge issued an arrest order used in civil cases when a person defies court mandates. So indirectly, this is the reason she defied the court and the law, and this had snowballed out of control, and this is the reason I guess she went on the run. So what could have been resolved relatively painlessly became much worse when Pang fled the state and became a fugitive from the Florida court. Wow, she confessed. I was homeless for several months. Wow. She now faces much harsher fines and more jail time if she ever returns to the Sunshine State in her house. A valuable and expensive asset is sitting vacant and falling into disrepair. Wow. All of this because you didn't want to fill out the sheet. Sorry, Pang. I don't know what to tell you. Pretty bad. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, listening to this article. Hopefully real estate will be more affordable next year. Give a thumbs up because real estate's not free. See you in the next one. Have a great day.